Factor, a number or quantity that when multiplied with another number produces a given number or expression. 2 and 4 are both factors of 8. Factoring. When trying to figure out factors of a number, you use trial and error. 2 and 6 are both factors of 12. 3 and 4 are also factors of 12. For example, find all the factors of 24. When you multiply 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, and 4 and 6, they all equal 24. Think of factoring as splitting an expression into the simplest form of multiplication. Now let's try adding variables. 2y plus 6. Always look for the greatest common factor. Both terms in the expression have a factor of 2. Therefore, we can simplify further by dividing the expression by 2. Each term shares a common factor of 2. Therefore, 2y plus 6 in factored form is 2 bracket y plus 3. Factoring is the opposite of expanding. Always make sure you divide the term by the highest common factor, including variables. 3y squared plus 12y both have a common factor of 3y. Factoring trinomials. Quadratic trinomials will be factored as a product of binomials. ax squared plus bx plus c is a trinomial. For example, 2x squared plus 9x minus 5. The first term in each binomial must be factors of ax, which is, in this case, is 2x squared. The second term has to be factors of c, in this case, negative 5. Note, when the first term in the first binomial is multiplied by the second term in the second binomial and added to the product of the remaining terms, it must equal the middle term, which in this case is 9x. 2x times negative 5 is negative 10x. 1 times 1x is 1x. When you add these two together, they must equal the middle term, which was 9x. We must arrange the signs in the binomials in order to get positive 9x. Therefore, the factored form of 2x squared plus 9x minus 5 is 2x minus 1 times 1x plus 5. Difference of squares. 4x squared minus 9. Can you see any common factors? Both terms in the expression can be factored by square rooting. This is because 4x squared is the same as 2x squared, and 9 can also be written as 3 squared. In order to not have a middle term, the binomials must have an addition and subtraction. Some common identities, including difference of squares, is sum of squares, and many variations of trinomials. These are common expressions with their factored form. When factoring, try the following steps. Step 1. Factor out any common terms. Try factoring with the identities that you may know or through guess and check. Keep factoring until the expression is in its simplest form. From what we know, let's try some harder examples. Try factoring the first two terms and last two terms separately. Now there is a common factor. However, this is not the simplest form. Z squared minus 9 is a difference of squares. Factoring is the foundation of math and is a skill you need in order to succeed. It can be used to solve trig identities, finding the zeros in order to graph, and solving expressions.